Hey, what's up, YouTube? We're going to be covering the stock market, talk about some Bitcoin. So let's get into it right now. So, yeah, straight off the bat, as you can see, you'll notice this trend line at the bottom. Worst case scenario, this is where I see price action dropping down to. Because our biggest threat here going into February, March is this trend line right here. You gotta clear that area. If you can't clear that area, then yeah, I see price dropping to 3,500 and then so on, 3,200. And hey, if Michael Berry is right, then goddamn, we going very low. We're gonna go even lower. But let's be optimistic, you know. I mean, I don't want to be placing bets against him though. You know, I'd like to see the stock market go up, but hey, anything could happen. So looking at this format here, everything is doing the same format because we are going through some crazy times right now. We got the war going on. That's one. Number two, you have the aftermath from 2020. So there's a lot going on right now. Gas prices are high, inflation is crazy, rates, you know. Whoa. Can't be flashing the Bitcoin. I'll touch up on that later. Alright, so for the FANG stocks, same thing. Same format. You can see obviously it broke out of this trend line here, my double trend line. I am going to actually delete these trend lines because this is useless. It broke out. Actually, no. It's not completely useless. I want to see if price going into the next 2 weeks. I want to see price break out from this resistant level over here. Okay, even if we don't break it, we can still retrace on that trend line and proceed higher. I'm going to 43, right? So in terms of that, yes, we are at our support over here. We have price slowing down, and you got that chop in that accumulation zone. Now for oil, same thing for oil, except it didn't break out. Oil did not break out at all. It's actually being rejected right now if we zoom into that on a lower time frame. Yeah, oil is looking pretty bearish right now. Maybe it's calling something for the stock market, but hey, I know. Let's take a look at the stock market again actually, and we're gonna compare oil with the S&P if it wants to pop up and work. All right, there you go. Put that on the log scale. Alright, so if you look over here, oil is making lower lows, showing signs of a weaker market, while S&P 500 was making higher highs until that event happened and prices just came crashing down. Maybe that's the same thing we could get for where we are currently. If oil keeps making lower lows, then that's going to show a big sign on what's going to happen next. The stock market can proceed higher, and once it's time to come down, it's going to come down hard. Let's look at another comparison. Let's look at '08. Yeah, you got the same thing. Stock market went lower. Actually, yeah, the stock market went lower this time. Made lower lows, while oil was making higher highs. Regardless, once you see them diverge in another direction, opposite from the other, then that could signal a crash. Let's look at the .com bubble. Okay, .com lines up pretty nice. You have a little bit of divergence. See over here we're flat for the stock market, while oil is making higher highs. So basically all we're looking here is for divergence. Alright, so if you could spot divergence between oil and the stock market where we are right now, then yeah, that'll call for lower prices. Now touching on BKR. Look at that trend line. I don't know about you, but that's still pretty bearish because we gotta pass that trend line for this oil stock, for Baker Hughes. So there is no trend line here. That's done. It's just basically like throw it in the garbage. Bye. We're basically retracing back to this area up here. Alright. So I want to see if some price action around, what is that, $40 a share. We gotta break through that area and retest it, bringing us to $56 a share, $70 a share. Yep. All right. So if you get rejected from that area, you already know it's up. We're gonna be heading lower in the stock market as well. Same thing for Coinbase. We got that same format. We got to break out of this trend line area. We have a nice bullish bar here. See what that looks like on the lower time frame. It's already slowing down with that curve. It's going to 1 minute. Obviously this can go parabolic and shoot up to $80 depending on what happens, right? But for everything that I just touched up on, it all depends on the format. I mean, on the retest. You gotta retest that area and proceed onwards back to all-time highs. All-time highs, that's where it's at. Alright, so now I'm going to touch upon the juicy part, Bitcoin. That is the main focus here, is Bitcoin. Let me just quickly do a price action analysis on where we are right now before I go into my thesis. So yes, we are pushing up nice. We have this first run here, pullback, run up, working on a pullback. So yeah, it's already slowing down. So we can see some rejection around 25,000. If you put a Fibonacci on that, you get nice buying opportunities around 50%. Or maybe you could just land back on 38% where the FTX crash was. Yeah, I had posted a thread on my Twitter going into more detail about that. If you want to look at the photos. Yeah, I'm going to leave that as that. I'm not going to touch it more on that. I want to go into the thesis here. So we're going to put this on the monthly time frame. We'll talk about these lines here, these verticals I have. So I basically just copied the year, right? 11 to 12, that's a year, alright? I needed to grab the March month, so that's what the red line is. The red line is March. I just copied and paste. Boom, boom, boom. Why did I do that? Because on the stock market, Bitcoin came out on, well, to the data that I have here, right? Bitcoin came out 2009 October. If you go into the stock market, get rid of oil here. If you go into the stock market, if you go to October, where does that bring us? Over here. That is, you know, if you had that extra data, it's a lot to work with the bottom wise. And yeah, of course, the data could have looked something like this, right? And that's why I got these parallel trend lines, because This is the most accurate TA I have right now. Making a trend line from the top here. Yes, it could probably be adjusted a little bit, but I'll just stick with this right now. It lines up pretty well with crash number 1, 2, and 3. So think of this as cycle 1, this entire run up here. And think of where we are right now, from 2018 till now, cycle 2. Alright, you see where I'm getting at? It saves a lot here. I'm gonna delete these circles. Let me get my marker out too. Boom, that's one big move, right? If you look at it that way, that's one big move. So your next big move. Look how diminished that is. Look at that. Now if you get the fib extension, I'm gonna go from the March low based on my theory. We're gonna go to the top of crash 1. I'm gonna go to the bottom of crash 1. Yes, we do not hit 100% as yet. 100% also brings us to roughly around 300k, which is a price point that I am calling for our next parabolic all-time high. So yeah, that we won't hit that anytime soon. I'm expecting that to hit probably 2024, 2025 maybe. Who knows? You just gotta take it day by day. I'm gonna delete this. The chart's getting pretty messy right now. Oh wait. So yeah, of course, so this high of crash number 3, we're in between 50% and 61%. Crash 2 lines up with crash 3 at 38%. So it's looking pretty accurate. Now I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Take that fib extension from 2015 bottom to the top of 2018 to the bottom of 2019, 2018. 100% brings us at basically 500,000 Bitcoin. What Kathy Wood is explaining, I think, and a lot of other people. And you can see we're bouncing around that 38% area. So I definitely think the bottom is in this general area here, sitting around what, 14,000 to 26,000 Bitcoin. That's where we're gonna be buying in, around that price point, in my opinion. So yeah, that's my theory on the Bitcoin cycles, the big cycles too, right? If you like this video, if you liked my theory, comment on what you think about it. If you want to work off of my theory, don't feel free to message me in the comments. I can get back to you on that. And like, comment, subscribe, and keep on Bitcoin and keep on trading. Let's get it. Bye.